Here we are live one more time. I am really excited to be with you guys today. Uh, Today is November, what is it? 16th, 2021. just just to make sure y'all know I'm on the right page here. So anyway, we we are just really excited about the stuff that's going on in our lives and the uh, opportunities that's come about in recent weeks. Uh, as some of you guys know, my wife fractured her foot. Wasn't funny, but it was kind of funny. She thought so anyway. Uh, she was getting up from a chair and her foot was asleep and she didn't realize it. And so when she got up, her foot rolled over. And so, yes, it hurt. And so we took her to the doctor and they did an x-ray and everything and found out that she had actually fractured her foot. So now she's got this big boot on. So she laughs about it. And I think I'm glad that she can laugh about it because I know it doesn't feel good. But anyway, we're going to talk about flexibility, which is a perfect lead in. Her, her, her foot was really flexible that day. It just boom, rolled right over. Oh man. She said that she had no idea her foot had gone to sleep. It just one of those things. Anyway, so have you ever heard a person say, "It's my way or the highway"? Oh man. What do you think of those people? Don't tell me. I'd rather not hear. But people that think their way's the only way, well, they're deluded for number one. Number two, their life must be pretty miserable. I'd hate to think I had to go through life thinking my way is the only way, and since nobody else is doing it, I'm just going to be a miserable old codger and not enjoy nothing. Life changes. I had a real good friend, and we were at lunch one day, and he said, "Why can't things be like they always were?" And we discussed a lot of stuff, and I said, "Well, if things were like they always were, not only would we not be riding in cars or be able to take a jet and go to another country or another state, not only would we not have horse and buggies, if things were like they always were, men didn't even used to ride horses. We'd be walking everywhere. So I don't want things to stay like they always were." So anyway, we discussed and laughed about a lot of stuff. I understood what he was saying. You get used to a certain way of doing things, and you like it. You feel comfortable there. And like one of my other videos, I talked about getting out of your comfort zone, and that wasn't the easiest thing for him or me or probably anybody. So getting out of your comfort zone and being flexible are key areas to enhance and help you have a more fulfilled life. So let me move on, so I try not to be too long today. So you must be bendable. Okay. I'm not talking about yoga. So what I'm saying is, you don't give up your core values when you compromise. You're not lying, you're not cheating, you're not just doing something to get along with everybody else. You choose to listen to alternative ways of accomplishing something. And you have to remember, everyone has their own idea of the best way to proceed. That's how we make progress. So I've heard the comment before a lot of times, "That's just not me." I say what I want and I do what I want and I don't care about anybody else. And wait. So what you're saying is you have no control over yourself and you just want to bull your way through life and never achieve anything worthwhile. I know that wasn't what you said, but that's what it sounded like. That's what I heard. So probably what you meant to say was, and this is what I wrote, in the past, that wasn't how I approached life. Is that better or more hopeful? So we all do need to make modest changes in our life and, do things that are maybe not to our liking. However, the consensus of the group within which we're working, perhaps this is what they want to do. The consensus, that means the majority. And so not one person ruling the group and what they say is what goes. No. As a manager and as a business owner, I never did that. That is so arrogant and irritating. When I was a manager in the hospitals, I had meetings with my employees and staff every 2 weeks. And I told them we'd go into the conference room, close the door. I says, in here, you can say anything you want to. Nothing's held against you. And however, after we discuss whatever we discuss, when we go out this door, we're all in agreement, we're smiles, and we support our group decision. When I had to make changes in chemicals that we used or equipment, we discussed it. And I got input to see what their perception was of the equipment. I explained why I was thinking about making this change. And then I would say, are you guys willing to give this a try and evaluate it for a couple of weeks and then come back and give me your true opinion? You know what? 100% of the time, everybody said, well, sure. Sometimes they came back and said, man, that's fantastic. I'm so glad we like this. Or they came back and said, Mr. Booth, this doesn't work exactly like you thought it would. And I'm going, we're not doing that then. If it doesn't work, don't do it. If it does work, do it. So you have to have compromise. And I don't care if you're an owner of a business, if you are a manager, if you are just a regular worker in a business, whatever you are, you will have times throughout your life and career that you need to compromise to make things work to be the best for everyone concerned. Let me move on here. I see my time is creeping up on me. A compromise, I gotta say this, it's not giving in. It's listening to all viewpoints, coming to a consensus, as I just said, of what is the overall best route to take. So are you ready to become a better you? Man, I hope so, or you wouldn't be watching this video. Excuse me. Man, I got a whole 18-ounce mug of coffee. I don't know if I'm going to drink it all during this video or not. Anyway, it's really your choice what your future is going to be like. And I don't care how old you are now. You might be 21. You might be 71. You might be 42. Think about choices and decisions that you have made prior to this point. Did they help you to this point? Yes, they did. Whatever the decision was, good, bad, or ugly. Those decisions you made whenever have created your current existence. Sometimes decisions other people have made have derailed you from the path that you wanted to go on. Well, that is life. So I can't say a whole lot about that. I can say, depending on what the situation was, let's say you worked a job and the company or the manager, let's use the manager. I'm real familiar with managers. The manager said, this is what we're going to do. This is how we're going to do it. And you are going to abide by this. That didn't work well for me. Sorry. I know y'all think I'm pretty easygoing. Anybody come at me with that, I would say in my mind, you know, buddy, this is not the way it's going to go. I would look at what the manager, he or she, had laid out, decide if it's something that I wanted to abide by, if I felt it was for the best. I would even try it for a week or so. And if I felt it was not for the best overall for the group, for the people that we served, or whatever, the company, I would go to the manager and say, don't you think we might need to modify this a little bit? Some flank managers would say, well, yeah, that's a good idea. I didn't think about that. And other managers would say, no, this is the way I want it. We're going to do it this way. So in those cases, I just left. Yes, I did. Because I don't want to work for a person or a company that doesn't have the flexibility to look at alternatives. Excuse me. So if you find yourself in situations where the other person or people involved are so set in their ways and rigid, they don't want to talk about anything, they don't want to change anything, they don't want to modify anything, you are faced with the challenge of, what do I do now? If it's a job, do I leave? I would say don't let the fear of not having a job press on you. I would say start searching for another job. Then leave. Always give a 2 weeks notice. If it's a marriage, oh boy, do everything you can to get that other person to talk, to get them to listen, to be flexible, to compromise. If you find that there's no resolution and you really, really try, if the other person's really, really trying, you guys want to work it out. If the other person is like, you know what, this is the way I want, this is the way it's going to be, blah, 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 you know, and they won't change, they won't listen or validate your points, probably ending that relationship's the only way to go. Try first. Try hard. Do your best. When you've done your best, you have to go with what's the best future for you. So let me move on here. This is something I wrote in my newsletter. When you focus on the end result that will be the best for the most people, you will become aware that your views are taken into account and valued. Consensus brings unity. It also brings health benefits. Lower blood pressure, less aches and pains, fewer headaches, way fewer headaches, and a more pleasant demeanor and outlook on life. Also, you're less fussy. Those are just the facts. So, you know, this newsletter covered a lot of topics, and I can't cover them all here. So send me an email at the Rev, THEREV, at a step above stepabove.life, L-I-F-E. I'll send you a free copy of this week's or this particular newsletter. Also, subscribe to our channel, which is a step above. Of course, you're here. And like us, please like us. And go to our website, www.astepabove.life. I'm trying to find someone, if you guys out there know anyone, that can help me keep up with my website. Some of the web people want extraordinary amounts of money to just take up a posting once a week. So I don't need anything big time. I just need somebody to kind of keep me updated and know what's going on there and put my videos on there and, simple stuff. But anyway, www.astepabove.life. Get my book, A Hard-Oiled, O-I-L-E-D, Mystery. Listed it as J. Wesley Booth on Amazon.com. Actually, smile.amazon.com, because we have a charity that we support, St. Jude's. And think about your life, what's going on in it. And this is something I found on the internet from Paul Kagame. He's the Rwandan president and has been since 2000. He said, "Let no one think that flexibility and a predisposition to compromise is a sign of weakness or a sellout. No. Flexibility is listening to others' opinions, just like you want to be listened to for your opinions." So I need your help. We're wanting to reach 100,000 new subscribers this month, November 2021. So anybody you can encourage to subscribe to our newsletter and our YouTube channel, we would appreciate it. Tell them how much the newsletter means to you and any good points that the newsletter has done. And tell them about the videos, what you like. I hate to say this, but what you don't like, maybe my videos are too long, but tell them what you like and if the videos are encouraging to you and helpful to you. So that's it for today. You guys make it a fantastic week and enjoy every day in every way.